This is something I've touched on from time to time. I mentioned it in my last video, and some people disagreed with me. I've gotten arguments on it over YouTube and on Facebook too. I've talked about this and gotten into arguments over Facebook and in real life. So I figured I'd just kill it right now. Can you control your emotions? Can you control your emotions? That's a big question, and the answer, there is no answer, because that question doesn't mean one thing. It means multiple things. It means whatever you happen to think it means. Because different people, I find, are arguing yes or no, but they're not talking about the same thing. So you got to lay that out. When I say, can you control your emotions, I mean literally, can you control your emotional experience towards what's happening in your life? Like, things happen to you, things happen in your life. Can you control a visceral reaction to that? And the answer is no. If something horrible happens, you might feel sad or angry or depressed. Or maybe you're an optimist and you're like, well, things will get better. But whatever reaction you have, you can't control that. You can't control the bare bone reaction that you get. Now, there are two things that you can control to a limited degree. One thing you can control is what circumstances you're in or what environment you're in, because sometimes being in a crappy environment hurts you, and being in a better environment makes you so you can be happier. That's one thing you can control. And the second thing you can control is how you deal with your emotions. Like, maybe you're really angry and you're going to go and destroy the whole bar room. That's not a very good reaction. You can control that. You can not destroy everything, but you can't control the fact that you're angry. And of course, those are limited degrees as well. Like, if you have ADHD, you're probably not going to be able to control your emotions to the same degree. And if your problem is, say, you're really bad in debt, you didn't get a good job because you don't have an education, you're in a crappy marriage and stuff like that, there's probably not much you can do. But, you know, you can somewhat control those. Those are somewhat in your ability to influence. But one thing you can't influence, though, is just the way that you react when something happens. If you could, why would anybody ever be sad? Why would they ever be angry? Why would they be depressed? Why would they be stressed if they could just not? And that's what I'm talking about when I say, can you control your emotions? Can you control the emotional response you get? And some people might think that that question's asking something else, but when I ask that question, that's what it means to me. And if you don't think that means to you, that's fine. Just know that when we're asking that question, we're talking about two different things. I've gotten that a lot, and I'm just sick of dealing with it. So, yeah, that's what I mean.